Hey, good afternoon, Florida Democrats. My name is Rachel. I'm the Director of Party Affairs at the Florida Democratic Party, and we are excited today that we're going to be launching the district-level filing form for Florida delegates to attend National Convention. And I'm here with our expert National Convention veteran, Terrie Rizzo, also the Chair of the Florida Democratic Party.
Hello, Florida Democrats. Today is the official start of the convention season and the official start of the election. Iowa caucuses are tonight, and today we launch the Florida Democratic National Convention application process right here starting now.
Awesome. So to start off, can you tell us a little bit about National Convention, when and where it is, and what it's all about?
National Convention is going to be this year on July the 13th to the 16th in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Delegates from all over the United States, from all 50 states and 7 territories will convene in Milwaukee. There are a total of 4,750 delegates who will be all coming together to choose our presidential candidate. It's a super exciting time.
Awesome. Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit more about why someone would want to become a delegate?
Well, because you get to represent Florida at the Democratic National Convention, and you get to represent your candidates. You will vote for your candidate at the convention. You'll also attend caucus and various meetings and other events that are happening during that week, and it is just the experience of a lifetime.
Okay, so you mentioned candidates. The district-level delegates are pledged to one candidate, correct?
That is correct. To run as a district-level delegate, you will pledge for the candidate of your choice.
Gotcha. And there are, of course, more candidates this year than ever before. So becoming a delegate is going to be really exciting.
Yes, it is.
Who gets to go?
Any registered Democrat in the state of Florida can run as a district level delegate. 248 will get to go will be elected and go as district level delegates, plus another, 248 delegates total from the state of Florida. 143 will be coming from the districts, plus 13 alternates. There are 27 congressional districts in the state of Florida. There will be between 3 and 7 elected from each of those districts.
Okay, so 3 and 7, anyone can run, but there are only 3 to 7 spots in each congressional district. It sounds like that's a really competitive
process. It's an election, yeah.
It's an election,
and you run to win, and you will run against everybody else who's pledged for your candidate in your district.
Okay, so how are the delegates selected? What is that process?
There's an election. The election for the district level delegates will be held on Saturday, the 4th of April. And from 10 to 2 in all 27 of the congressional districts around the state. There will be an early voting period in some of the districts on Thursday the 2nd, usually from 3 to 7. And then on Saturday the 4th, everybody will be convening to vote in all of the 27 congressional districts.
Gotcha. Okay, so starting today is really the first step in the delegate process, right? We're opening up this filing form. How does the filing process work? Can you talk about what folks' options are if they're looking to file to become a delegate?
The application is available on the website. For the first time, people are able to apply online or download and send. Either is acceptable. And you start by filling out the application, and you will declare for which candidate you wish to represent. And then once you're filed, you will begin to work to get voters to the polls for your candidate on the 17th of March, because of course the presidential preference primary is on March, and so we'll know who gets how many delegates at that particular point.
Gotcha.
And then on April 4th, you will run.
Okay, so you mentioned you can file online this year. This is the first time we're offering that, and our team's working on getting that live now. And that filing period ends. Can you remind folks when that's over?
It's going to be the 7th of March.
And
starting today to the 7th of March.
So the filing period ends kind of right at the beginning of March. Our primary in Florida isn't until March 17th.
That's right.
Can you talk a little bit about how the March primary will affect the delegate selection process?
Right. Candidates for the president must receive a minimum of 15% in the presidential preference primary, which of course is Tuesday, March 17th. And then delegates will be allotted depending on the proportion of the vote that each of the candidates gets.
Okay, so we won't know how many delegates each candidate will have from Florida until later in March.
Correct.
But at this point, it's like mid-February, and I filed for the potential to become a delegate to the National Convention. What can I do right now between February, the ending of filing, and the April 4th elections to become a delegate?
You can start lining up folks who are going to come out and vote for you. You can also work, of course, to get more votes for your candidate during on the presidential primary. So those are the two things that you probably would be doing. Also planning for, if and when you win, planning for going to the National Convention in Milwaukee.
Definitely, of course. So, okay, I filed to become a delegate. I'm organizing in my congressional district. when are the delegates elected, and when will we know who is part of Florida's delegation?
The delegates would be elected on the 4th. That's when the district level delegates are elected.
Okay.
And very shortly thereafter, those that will be allotted will know.
Okay, so there are statewide elections at the congressional district level on April the 4th.
That's correct.
Oh.
In every one of the congressional districts.
Yeah, so all of that information is going to be on our website, floridadems.org/convention. We'll have a list of the congressional districts, their locations, and the contacts for those locations. What can we expect on April 4th, on voting day, when we enter our caucus location?
You will go check in, just as you would for a normal, any other election. You will present your ID. You'll be checked in the van, and then you will declare for what candidate you wish to vote for. And you'll be getting the slate of delegates who applied to run. And you will vote for your choice of delegates at that point.
Okay, so all Democrats can come and vote in their caucus.
Correct.
As long as they're
That's
in
right.
their congressional districts, and you
district.
can only pick one
You
candidate.
can only pick one candidate,
Okay.
and then you would vote for the delegate that you wish to represent you for that
Absolutely.
candidate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some other things that Democrats should keep in mind before filing to run for a delegate position?
Well, you have to remember, this is a long-range commitment. There are periods you will, in addition to running and winning, and to win on April 4th, there will be a meeting at Leadership Blue, which will be in Orlando at the end of May. Everyone who has been elected on April 4th will then come to that meeting for additional work. At which point the PLEOs and the at-large delegates will be elected at that particular point. Then we'll also have to consider the cost and expense of running as a national delegate, because airfare to Milwaukee and hotel room are the responsibility of the individual delegates. And it's because you'll be there for 5 days, there's a minimum of a 5-day hotel commitment, as well as the transportation getting in there. The good news is this year the hotel is substantially less than it was in either of the other two. I was privileged to represent Florida, actually my congressional district, Congressional District 21, in Palm Beach County at 2 conventions, in Charlotte in 2012 and in Philadelphia in 2016, and the hotels were quite expensive. There'll be less this time, but we always suggest that people share rooms and try to minimize the cost as much as possible.
Okay, so there are no fees to apply to be a delegate.
Correct.
But there may be some expenses associated
And
with
people need to know that.
traveling to convention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important for
Yeah.
people to know. Okay, so it's a time commitment. Folks should consider that. It's obviously going to be a little bit expensive if you are selected, and it's time commitment to make sure that you're getting all of your voters in your congressional districts out to those to vote for you.
Sure, and you want to work, it's a campaign, you want to run to win, and you want to get as many people who are going to come out and support you.
Definitely. So I think we had a little over 800 applications in 2016 for folks to be a delegate at the district level. How many do we think you'll get this year?
I think we're going to get a lot more.
A lot more?
I think we're going to get a lot more. I think that, the interest level is so high, there's so many candidates running and supporters for each of the candidates, and the application process is easier now, because it's available online and we're open to everybody. And we really want to encourage everybody to run, as many people as possible. We want our delegation to look like the state of Florida. So we want people of all ages, we want people of all regions, of course, because of the districts, and we want people of all ethnicities representing. We want our delegation to look like Florida does.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you to everyone who's been able to join us this afternoon. Application will be live on our website, floridadems.org/convention, soon if it's not there already. And I want to open it up to any questions that some folks on the team had for us, or if there's anyone who's posted them.
And I'd just like to add that it's the experience of a lifetime. I think virtually anybody who's ever gone as a delegate to the National Convention will say that it is a wonderful experience to represent your state and your candidate at a national convention.
Definitely. So one of our staff just asked, where's the form? So as a reminder, there are 2 different ways to file this form this year for the first time. You can go to our website, floridadems.org/convention, and you can either download the form there and fill it out written and mail it to us at the address there on the form, or you can fill it out online. And another question we're getting are, what are the days we can vote for the delegates? Chair?
The days we can vote for the delegates, again, to repeat, that's a very good question. The early voting in some of the districts will take place on Thursday, the 2nd of April, and general election for all delegates will be on Saturday, April the 4th, from 10 to 2.
Okay, and it looks like another question we got, we did just talk about, will there be room sharing? as far as costs for the convention. And that is something that we are able to coordinate for those who are selected to represent Florida at the National Convention.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, if there are no other questions, we definitely want to direct everyone to our website again, floridadems.org/convention. There's a lot of great information there. Information about how many delegates we'll be sending, how they get elected, and how many are from your congressional district. And feel free to email us as well at partyaffairs@floridadems.org. And you can comment here with questions, and our digital team will get back to you as well.
And we'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you so much, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Florida Democrats. Let's run.